Now, first of all, Tampa, welcome to Queen back. Nicki Minaj is in the building. Hey,
Woo!
hey.
Hey, Tampa. I love me some Tampa. Hey, Tampa.
Now we got to get into it, man, because you went disappeared and created life and all these great things going on, and now as you get ready to get back into it, and you start looking, where's the inspiration coming from? Are you in file folders looking through old music? Are you corralling the new team? How did this come about?
That was a great question. In fact, I did do a little bit of that. I did do a little bit of playing, some of my stuff that I hadn't heard in years, just to tap into what made the people like you, and that's important because it's not about you. It's about what you're feeding the people, what they love, and what makes them keep coming back. So I definitely did a little bit of that, actually, that you said that. Yeah. And then I bridged that with just feeling so good inside that I don't give a shit about anything, anything negative. And I want to have fun and I want to enjoy this experience. I want to look back and remember that for, this time, for this album number 5, I just focused on my fans and engaged with them and enjoyed the freaking moment.
There you go. I like that.
It seems like you're in a better place than you've been in a long time.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for noticing. Yes. I'm in a great mental space because I you know how sometimes you'll look back and you got to check yourself. And I did a lot of checking myself on things that I was doing. And I was like, why would you do that? And why'd you say that? And why'd you, no, my last name is Petty now, but fuck all that petty clown shit. It's time to move. Let's go. That's all I care. I just want to enjoy, people who care about me. If you like me, I like you. Let's go. That's all.
Them barbs out there checking for you. They riding for you. Go ahead, Meredith.
No, I was just saying we've always rocked with your music. So it's really nice to have you a part of everything once again. We're really excited about your new music.
Thank you. And this was a big part of the rollout is me just tapping back in with the people. Cause I realized all of a sudden, it's just like, nobody's connecting on a human level anymore. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I asked my team like, yo, I want to do interviews again. I want to talk to people. Oh my God. Everybody's at home. Everybody's afraid to get sick. Everybody's protecting their children. Everybody's losing loved ones. And it's like little by little, we're just zoned in on social media and there's no more human freaking experiences, yo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I wanted to feel the people again. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to talk to you guys. So again, thank you for doing it.
It's funny too, because when you talk about your fans and the barbs and just the people who rock with you, you get a little giddy. Like you really, really go hard for them because they go hard for you too.
That's right.
And I want to take you back. What we're gonna do right here is go back. All right. I want you to go back to when Onika was young and she was a baby and she had like when we did a promo run, the first promo run you came to town and you were signing girls' boobs and bras. And I'm standing right next to you and I'm watching people fall out like, the Michael Jackson style, like falling out. So think back to when you were young. Who was that person that if they would have walked up on you on the block, you would have just fell out and freaked out? Who was that person?
There were a few, but two off the top of my head I could tell you is my obsession and my love for Jada Pinkett and Monica.
Oh yeah.
Those were just a different kind of obsession. Like, and Foxy. Oh my God. Foxy.
Oh yeah.
Foxy and Lauren. Those 4 women had my heart for, I don't know, like I'm talking about they had me in a show call for them, like, I don't know. I felt like I knew them in my head and I don't know. I just really admired and loved all of them. I just thought they were not only talented, but beautiful. And I just was obsessed with them.
I love it. Cause that's probably why you rock with your fans so heavy. Cause you had that in you.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I rock with my fans heavy because the energy they give me is so raw and so authentic. I can't turn my back from them. And if you were there with me, that at that time, and even now, like when I see a real Barb, a real fan of mine, I can't walk away from them. Like I spot them immediately. I know that they're one of mine. And people will be like, oh, you gotta go, we gotta go. We running late for a plane. Da, da, da. I have to engage. I have to engage with the ones that those that really love me, because I could just feel it. We built more like a friendship, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's what people don't understand. And they keep trying to duplicate it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know
You
what I
can't.
mean?
Yeah.
Everybody trying to duplicate it, but you can't. You can't. It's just real. You can't. No replicas. You understand? Like, and my fans, they really felt that life. They just not having it. They're not having you say any old thing about them.
It's more than a nickname. They come up with a nickname and they think they in it. They're like, oh, I got a name for my fans. That's it. No, it's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit more than that. And well, matter of fact, we got a Barb that check in with us every morning.
Every
And
day.
she goes so hard for you. Her name is Ebony. I don't hear your music or your news from you. I hear it from her. She hits us as soon as you say it online. She call us like, hey, y'all know what Nicki got. Well, what's up? What's up?
Really?
Ebony goes so hard for you. If you could say anything to her, I swear to God, she'll bug out.
All right. Dear Ebony, you just made my day. Just hearing about how dope and lovable and sweet and epic you are, it made my day. So Ebony, don't let anybody get in the way of what you doing. You go hard. I could just tell. I feel the vibe. You're gonna be so successful. You about to just take over the world, Ebony. I love you.
That's what's up. That's
That
what's
is
up.
so sweet. That's adorable.
Nicki, you have a whole generation of hip hop fans that know nothing but you being at the top of the game, being the queen of hip hop. In this time off, have you had a chance to just kind of reflect on your impact on hip hop as a whole? Because I'm sure this has been a whirlwind for you for the last countless years. Have you had a chance to really think about that?
I mean, I guess, I don't know. It goes and comes, because sometimes I have to force myself to step out of it and look, and it's hard. And I think that's where I was going wrong. A lot of times I was just so in it, I couldn't step out. And a lot of times if you can't step out of it, you can't be the bigger person and rise above it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think what I was able to do finally is look and see, look at the influence. You don't need anyone to tell you. You don't need anybody to give you props. It's right there. It's right there for you to see. So that means you did something good. Keep on going. That's what I had to tell myself. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So many of the new artists have shown me love and have said, oh, Nick, you inspired me or whatever. And I that's all I want. Like, I just want to know that I helped or touched somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when I saw the people that touched my life, or even when I would be doing interviews, I would make sure and say it, because it doesn't take away anything from you to say this person changed my life. Like, no matter what. Like with Foxy, I just sent out today the gifts for Foxy's daughter, right, for her birthday. And it doesn't, and whether I see Foxy or don't, whether I speak to her or not for, months or a year, I always let people know that if this woman didn't step on the scene and start rapping, I might not be out here rapping right now. You understand? So I'm always going to have that respect and gratitude. You're never going to see me come out, no matter what was going on behind the scenes, and speak ill of Lil Wayne or speak ill of, you understand? It's certain people that just because of their influence and what they did for me, I don't care what they do behind the scenes. I don't care. We got to cuss each other out behind the scenes, but you're not going to hear me disrespect them. You feel me? So shout out to the girls who show me love publicly. Shout out to them. I love you for that. Thank you.
That's major.
You've been having, your fans have been with you for such a long time, and with such a transition in life, giving birth and having your son. Were you concerned about becoming a mom in the industry and how maybe fans would perceive you, if your persona or who you are was gonna have to change after a while?
I guess yes. I guess I would be lying if I said I didn't. If that didn't cross my mind. Yes, it crossed my mind, but it didn't. Not for long. I think the good thing about the where we are now is social media has made it very acceptable for women of all ages and in their careers to have children. And it's a beautiful thing. We get to see it. We get to see our favorite artists have a child. We get to see that child grow up, and we get to feel like that's our niece or nephew. So I wasn't really worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got over that quick. But yes, I did think about it for a minute. I was like, oh my God. And I think that's why a lot of women wait so long to have a child.
Yes.
In those kinds of careers. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at so many of the bigger icons, females, you know, a lot of them waited long, because I guess you don't want to look. For me personally, I always said, even if I didn't make it, I didn't know if I was gonna be famous at that time, I would always say I want to really be hands-on with my child. Whenever I have children, I want to be hands-on. So I feel a lot of guilt when I, like, a day like today, when I'm doing something out for hours all day, and then when I go out of the studio, I see my son. He wants to know why mama is not stopping and talking and picking me up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't understand that. So I feel you just, as a human being, you're gonna feel guilt a little bit. You know, even though you know, okay, this is how mama works. This is how I'm taking care of my child. The child needs the mother. The child needs that physical love and, you know, nurturing. You know what I'm saying? When I had COVID, the what hurt me the most was that I couldn't hold my son.
Oh, I know that, boy. Oh my God.
When I tell you, that shit really fucked with me. Hope to hear your son in another room, and you know what I'm saying, like, you can't go and hold him. And I didn't realize how much I needed his hug. I don't know, like, I said this to Drake, like, I didn't realize how much I needed this little tiny human's hug. He didn't, I would have never thought. I'm thinking I'm nurturing him and I'm giving him all the love and I'm taking care of him, but he's taking care of mama.
Yeah.
He's taking care of mama. So
I did 22 days in isolation for COVID, and I ain't see my kid. My kids was bringing my food to the door and running away as fast as they could, and it broke my heart. I'm like, when they told me I was negative and I could hug my kids, I cried. I was I cried big tears. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
How old are your children?
12 and 14. Yeah, and both girls. So I had to give my girls the hugs. Yeah.
Okay.
So all right. So now I want to ask you about your pen, because you talk about the pen a lot. You the queen pen now. All right. So let me ask you this now. Out of all of these artists that's out here, it ain't really like how it was, where people are really on their writing game. They're not writing their own stuff. And you've been really adamant about reminding people, because every time I see you in front of Mike, you're like, yo, guess what? I rap and I write. So I want to know, I know we wrapping up here, but I want to know 2 of the verses that you stand up and you like, yo, this give me pride.
Okay. One of them I would say is Flawless remix with B. I think I started that by like MJ Doctor, they killing me. Propofol, I know they hope I fall, but in my motherfucking protocol, you know, I don't ever remember. But yes, but that one, and I love the feature that I did with Drake on Up All Night. I love that verse. If Tizzy say get out, I'ma get up. Of course, Monster is iconic, but it varies. Depends on what mood I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you in a freaky mood, of course, with Gucci Man, you know, got that super soaker, up like cola coca, plus it's like that, then you know, like, so it depends. But you know what? On my last, I mean, not on this last album, but on the Pink Print, I believe the intro on the Pink Print is called not autobiography, All Things Go.
Yeah. And
boy, I love all the verses on that song. I love those verses. So those were more, you know, looking in. And so, but that shit, man, I remember being in the house on the bed writing it. And I remember every time I would finish writing a verse, how proud I would feel. Like, yes, you know what I'm saying? Because it's difficult to pour your heart in something and be speaking your truth, and still you got to make sure you at least saying some good lines in there and stuff like that. So that was one of them that I was very